You have a child within you. Sometimes, when you tend to forget to take pleasure in the more playful and light-hearted parts of life, remembering this fact can help you a lot. Getting in touch with your inner child means taking things a little less seriously in general. It is making time for yourself to play, explore, laugh, and take in the beauty of the world with both joy and awe. That is why we want to talk about how to bring your inner child back so that you can overcome the obstacles that have prevented you from achieving your full potential and becoming the person you are meant to be. Who is your inner child and what do they want from you? Have you ever considered why you are unable to move forward? Have you ever wondered why you self-destruct? Have you ever wondered why you get anxious, unhappy, and self-critical so quickly? Each of us has an inner child who has been hurt in the past. You may have tried to ignore that child to avoid the pain, but he or she never goes away. Your inner child lives in your subconscious mind and impacts how we make decisions, deal with obstacles, and conduct our lives. Your inner child is the part of you shaped by your early experiences and has a significant impact on how you present yourself as an adult. Suppose you find yourself engaging in self-destructive behavior or sabotaging yourself with negative self-talk or reacting to circumstances impulsively with anger, irritation, jealousy, or fear. In that case, it's most probably a result of your wounded inner child acting out in fury or pain. The first step in bringing back your inner child is to heal its traumas. Talk to your inner child. Early in life, much of your personality and habits are formed. You may unconsciously continue to act out patterns learned as a child as you get older. When you're stuck in life, you may need to heal your wounded inner child. To reconnect with their inner child, heal your inner child first. It is necessary to heal past wounds to break negative cycles. Close your eyes for a moment. Consider yourself as a small child once again. What would you say to reassure that child? You can even write a letter to your inner child to guide them. This practice will aid in the healing of past wounds as well as the development of self-compassion. When you see yourself as a child, it'll be easier to forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. To be a true adult, you must nurture and listen to your inner child. It means to pay attention to past wounds, respond to those needs, and heal. You become more aware of the motivations behind your behaviors, emotions, and relationships when you reconnect with your inner child. Through that inner aware process, starting a conversation with your inner child is one of the most effective ways to connect with it. You don't have to speak out loud if writing helps you connect with your inner child. Writing a letter or free writing about childhood memories can help you process past events and emotions. Use stream of consciousness writing to express any thoughts that come to mind, or try holding a specific thought in your head to guide your letter or writing exercise. It could even be structured as a question and answer session. Allow your adult self to ask questions to your child and then perceive how the child responds. Perhaps your younger self is small, vulnerable, and in need of protection and care. On the other hand, maybe it's thriving cheerfully. Answering any questions your inner child has can help you start to heal your inner vulnerabilities or distress. It's natural to be anxious about what your inner child wants to say, especially if you've buried some painful memories or emotions. Consider this exercise as a way to form and strengthen a bond between your adult and child self. Reconnect with your inner child. Think about what you were like as a kid. So, this may seem obvious, but set aside time to write, reflect, or meditate on what you were like as a child, and some questions you could ask yourself include: what made me happy as a child? What made me upset? You think about certain situations a lot that are disturbing or that you know are happy. Going back and thinking about these things can create more joy or empathy in your adult life today based on what you've learned. As a result, connecting with your inner child may evoke a range of emotions. Perhaps you didn't have the best childhood and returning to it would be scary or seem pointless. We can't change the past, but we can learn from it to better understand how to show up for ourselves in the present. What can we do to increase empathy? How can we make our lives more joyful? It's also important to realize that we have the freedom and ability to heal ourselves as adults. Connect with your inner self, which has been lost due to adult responsibilities and traumas. Recollect about your childhood. Exploring memories can also assist you in connecting with your inner child. Photos and other sentimental items can help you reconnect with the emotional space reflected in past images and words. Flipping through photo albums and school yearbooks, as well as rereading childhood diaries, are all good ways to look back. If your parents, siblings, or childhood friends have stories to tell, they might bring up feelings and memories that you'd forgotten about. Hear your inner child. When we are hurt, we often suppress our emotions and appear strong. This arose from our childhood when we were repeatedly told, "Quit crying or I'll give you something to cry about." Those feelings, however, do not simply vanish. They linger with us, influencing our adult decisions until we make a conscious effort to hear them. It would be best to acknowledge how certain situations had affected you to heal and reconnect to your true self. You must give voice to all the pain you suppressed at the time. Instead of suppressing your inner child's voice, say, "I hear you. We'll figure it out. It'll all work out." Don't be harsh on your inner child. Adult responsibilities like paying bills and running errands can sometimes end up causing you to take life too seriously. Now and then, everyone needs to come out of their shell. Dance with your friends. In a field, run around. Have a water balloon fight with your friends. Have a good time laughing. Try to make everyday situations exciting, entertaining, and fun. When you approach life with a playful attitude, it will become more meaningful and beautiful. You can use goofiness to ease stress, even when dealing with difficult situations at work or during social interactions. This free-spirited, light-hearted personality gives you a more positive outlook on life, allowing you to cope with it in healthy ways. To be lovable, many of us believe that we need to achieve specific goals as children, get good grades, make the team, follow in our older siblings' footsteps. We may not have had parents who told us that we deserve love, no matter what we accomplished. Some of us have grown up with parents who saw love and tenderness as a sign of weakness. We can, however, tell ourselves that we are now lovable. Say it to yourself whenever you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. It can be said at any time. Give yourself love because it is the key to healing and accepting yourself. Think back to the times when you were a child. Recall what were your favourite hobbies back then. What was it that you truly wished for? What were your aspirations? What kind of person did you aspire to be when you grew up? What kind of adventures did you want to have? That child is still part of you, and he or she is entitled to all of your unconditional love. Make sure your inner child is aware of this. Thank your inner child for never giving up and for sustaining with you through the difficult times of life. Thank your inner child for attempting to protect you, even if it meant clinging to painful memories. Your inner child isn't deserving of your anger. He or she is worthy of your gratitude and admiration. Express your inner child openly and honestly. Children appear to be brave in the face to express themselves through dance, laughter, and play. They know how to tell it like it is, and they can be brutally honest at times. As you get older, societal norms have a stronger influence on your actions. You may become shy or afraid to express yourself. You may be reluctant to speak up for fear of being rejected. Your true self is deserving of attention. You miss out on valuable connections and experiences when you hold back on expressing your true feelings. Learn to communicate openly and honestly to reunite with your inner child. It's okay if not everyone agrees with what you have to say. When you express yourself, you give the world your unique perspective, and as a result, you attract people who you like. Spend time doing things you used to enjoy. As adults, we rarely consider how our childhood experiences have influenced us in the present. And it usually stems from a childhood womb when we're feeling triggered, which is any time we're feeling emotionally reactive to things. Moreover, many things that make us happy as adults are usually rooted in something that made us happy as children. Understanding this aspect of yourself is an important step towards making your adult life not only more enjoyable, but also less reactive. Recognize the things that made you happy as a kid when getting to know your inner child. Maybe you used to ride your bike down to the creek with your best friends every summer to swim or fish. Perhaps you enjoyed reading in your grandparents' dusty attic during your summer vacation. Maybe you spent hours making crafts or skateboarding to the corner store after school for a snack. You probably did a lot of things just for fun when you were a kid. You were compelled to do them. You desire to. However, you might have trouble remembering the last time you did something in your adult life just because it made you happy. Colouring, doodling and painting are all creative activities that can help. When you take a break from your busy mind, emotions you wouldn't normally consider can surface in your art through your fingertips. Some of these feelings may be linked to buried or forgotten aspects of your personality, such as your inner child. This brings our video to an end. If you like our videos, please make sure to give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And tell us in the comments section if you have any tips and tricks that can help others reconnect with their inner child and have better life experiences.